about to get ugly.
Come on, let's play ball.
And what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Week 10 Week in Review. Lots of stuff happening this week. Some teams we thought were on life support showing a heartbeat, while others doing really well hit a speed bump for the first time in a while. Yeah, this guy. But you know what? That's why we play the games, right? For the fun and the excitement and the surprises. No, it's for the money and to be able to lord your championship over your friends. Or so I've heard. I really wouldn't know. Anywho, let's get right to it, shall we? First off, right out of the gate, let's start with Mike. You know, he was one of those teams that was on life support. Last week, he's all... Now that motherfucker's all like... But hey, you gotta win to celebrate, right? And celebrate he should, because he kicked the crap out of the Wonder Twins 159-109. Ouch, that's a big kick in the junk right there. Everybody on Mike's team showed up this week, except for, of course, Brady, but we won't talk about that. Fournette returned for a big game. Aaron Jones had a big tilt. Zach Ertz still killing it down in Philly, one of the bright spots down there this year. Sadly, the Sod Squad had 3 goose eggs on the roster this week. Not a recipe for a win, my friend. Unless, of course, you're playing against that team like Mike was. And then everything's great. So congrats to you, Mike, for getting up to 3-7. Speaking of bouncing back, the other co-commish did just that, pulling his best resurrection routine, hammering default 154-192. Wow, another big lopsided win. Not much Jay could do this week. Gotta be honest, his team just pulled a no-show. It's really nothing he could have done about it. It's not like he left points on the bench. His team wasn't there, and, you know, Big Ben had a huge week for Derek. And my former draft pick, Nick Chubb, big breakout game this week. You're welcome, Derek, by the way, for letting him go. Another great move on my part. You know, this one was just the definition of lopsided. The win keeps the commissions tied for third or last, however you want to look at it, in their division. Tied for that third playoff spot. I can't believe one of these guys could make the playoffs in their 3-7 right now. That's just mind-boggling. Assuming they can keep it up. Well, we'll see how that goes. Tough bye week for Mitch, and another strong outing by the Ryan Jones combo was more than enough for the Mayhem to keep the train rolling, handing Smokey their second loss of the season, 96-91. Neither team had anything to be proud of this week. It wasn't a great turnout by either one of those teams, but luckily Dave skirted the disaster of leaving James Conner and Antonio Brown on his bench. In case you don't get that, that's me scratching my head, Dave. Hit my microphone, need that. But something tells me this won't be the last we hear about that move. But congrats on the win, Dave. Nice job. Thanks for taking Smokey out. Because, as it turns out, the only good news for Mitch this week was that Steve had another strong outing, edging my team 130-126. It was a tight one. I don't lose by a lot. Both Dave and Steve beat me this year with good games. So congrats to you, Steve. Nice win. It was a real barn burner, but, you know, the Reds earned this win riding that New Orleans bus right into the station. Plus, you get just enough points out of Marquise Goodwin on Monday night to secure the win. So good win by Steve. Don't sweat it. I ain't mad at you. Mitch, you know, was nice enough to lose too. So we're all square. Everything's cool. Finally, Rich broke the curse that I mentioned last week, making me look like a dumbass. Getting a big game from David Johnson in a 124-99 win over Al's Army. I think AJ could have made this one a little closer when you look at the results, but, you know, you really can't fault his lineup decisions this week. It's not like he left Antonio Brown and James Conner on the bench, Dave. But his team just didn't have it this week, and the project have plenty of it.
That's what she said.
So congrats to you, Rich, for taking the win home this week. Good job. And I guess we all know what time it is now, right? Yep, you hear it, and you know it's coming, don't you, Dave? That's right. James Conner and Antonio Brown on your bench. I have no words. Well, that's not true. I have plenty of words. Most of them are foul, so I'm going to keep them to myself, but you know what you did. We're very disappointed in you. Luckily, it didn't cost you in the end, but it will down the road, so pull your head out your ass. So after all this week's excitement, nothing really changed. Mitch and I are still tied for first, though I am on top in the league's power rankings. Go ahead. You can check that out for yourself. You know I did. Dave continues to be the class of the otherwise classless Division Uno. Congrats to you, Dave. And you're still singing from the donkey thing, but you won, so hold on to that. A couple good matchups to watch this week. The Streaking Mayhem and Revolution fire up against one another this week. And Smokey's going to be facing off against the Resurgent Donkey Lightning. So good luck to you, Derek. I'm pulling for you. 100%. Until next week, that's it. Have fun, everybody. Good luck to everybody except whoever's playing me this week. You know the deal by now. I do this every week. So pretty much that's it for this week. So until next week, hasta la vista, bitches.